in a fight in front of a wrestling coach, and he...
Shirtout.com here with Johnny Hendricks. Let's talk about your upbringing. What caught your eye in wrestling? Was it your parents that pushed you towards that?
Yeah, my dad wrestled. He played basketball, and whenever he played basketball, he got in a fight in front of a wrestling coach, and he said, "Hey, why don't you come out for wrestling?" And my dad came out for wrestling and loved it. You know, he went to college to wrestle, and he ended up blowing his knee out, so he didn't get to. And so whenever we were born, my dad wanted us to be wrestlers, not play basketball or anything. And plus, you know, I'm glad that he did because I'm not 6'8", you know what I mean? So it was a better career choice for me.
When did you realize that you had something with wrestling?
I never really realized it, you know, until I retired. I never look in the past. You know what I mean? As soon as I did something, celebrate it for a couple of days, okay, who cares? You know what I mean? Life goes on. And that was sort of my mentality all the way through college. And when I retired, people would say, "Hey, Johnny, you're this great wrestler." And I'd be like, "No," you know? And then I'd take a step back and I'm like, wait a minute, I can say that now because I'm not doing it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that was my mental block. No matter what I did or what I accomplished, I was like, I can't say I'm good at anything until I retire, you know? And that also helped me transfer over to MMA, is that I haven't had the perfect fight yet. I haven't done, you know, I'm not that good because I want to keep evolving. And I think that's the most important thing.
When did you get exposed to mixed martial arts for the first time?
I got exposed to it when I actually roomed with King Mo. My freshman year in college, we were sitting there. He's like, "Dude, I bet you're going to be in this one day." I was like, "Dude, whatever." We were watching Pride. You know, we were watching Pride. I was watching those guys get stomped in the head. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that, you know. And then all of a sudden, the UFC started picking up. You know, 2002, 2003, we started watching that. So it'd be me and him renting it in our one-bedroom apartment. I was just like, man, this is crazy, you know. And then we saw it developing into the sport it is today, and he just kept telling me, "Dude, you're gonna be in it." And I was like, never.
When did you finally start to agree with Mo and say, "Oh, maybe I could do this"?
I never did. I wanted to go for the Olympics, and I thank God that I lost my last match. You know what I mean? Because whenever I lost my senior match, it sort of humbled me, and I was like, "Lord, what should I do with my life? You know, what is there else to do besides wrestling?" And that's whenever Team Takedown came in and said, "Hey, would you like to be a fighter?" I was like, "Okay, you know, we'll try it out." And I just pretty much told him, "Hey, I don't know if I'll be any good at it, but I'll give it a shot."
You knew what it, you know, took to wrestle a guy, but adding punches, what was that like the first time?
The first time I went with Tyson Griffin, and me and him actually started going pretty much full-blown. Because, you know, I got hit for the first time. You know what I mean? First time ever. And I got hit, and I was like, damn, that hurt. You know what I mean? Don't hit me like that. So I hit him like he hit me. But, you know, he's not hitting that hard. But I don't know that. You know what I mean? Now I know that I went way overboard just because I've trained it now. And I didn't become a good wrestler overnight, right? So let's take a step back and let's start off with the basics. Show me a 1-2. You know, because I didn't do any striking. I didn't know jiu-jitsu. I didn't know anything. Any knees, kicking, all that kind of stuff. I've seen it on TV, but didn't mean I could do it. Both my grandfathers were Golden Glove boxers on Navy ships in World War II. And I wanted to learn boxing from them, but my mom wouldn't let me. She thought that I'd get in fights and stuff like that, so they never taught me. And so I've watched boxing for the longest time, you know. I watched it when Tyson was going and, you know, all these guys were going through there. And I've always wanted to learn it, and then all of a sudden I get the chance to, you know. And when I first started, the wrestling power, you know, my hips and my legs and my shoulders and back have always been strong through wrestling. So it sort of helped me with my power. but I didn't always have power. You know, I remember trying to hit the mitts as hard as I could, and I couldn't do hardly anything. You know what I mean? It was like a little girl hitting it. I was like, dude, this sucks. I'm never going to be able to knock anybody out. And then, but what I told myself is, hey, let's just stay at it, do the right fundamentals, and learn and learn and learn. And I started off with Ron Frazier. He taught me for, I think, 2 years, you know. And then I switched over to Ken Hahn. He taught me for about 1.5 years. And then now I went about 1.5 years without a striking coach. It was me and Mark. We'd watch videos, and we would try to mimic people. And I think that's really whenever I sort of got into my own style. You know, because I'd say, oh, I might be able to do this. I might be able to do this. And if I couldn't do it, I'd discard it and try to, you know, I was sitting here picking from all these different fighters. And then Stephen Wright came in and sort of helped clean it.